George Russell has been absolutely phenomenal in his first season in Mercedes. He has been great to the extent of outperforming Hamilton on a constant matter. However, during the Canadian GP, the 7-time world champion managed to be the better Briton in the duel, and this has happened for the second time this season. One previous champion had a very interesting say about this matter, and his opinion should be appreciated because he won the title directly fighting Hamilton as his teammate. Nico Rosberg is the champion we're talking about, and he's had some warning words towards George Russell as Hamilton's teammate. Want to find out what he said? Stick with us till the end of this video, as we'll cover some more things around this matter. Nico Rosberg was the champion in the 2016 season, and it was quite a controversial one because both the Mercedes drivers were allowed to fight fair and square on the track. The championship was decided at the last race, with Rosberg finishing P2 and securing the championship. He made a very controversial move after winning the championship, as he decided to retire at such an early age of his career. However, he has been good when it comes to F1 commentating and analysis, and he has shared his piece of the pie regarding the George Hamilton fight for the #1 spot in Mercedes. George has done an awesome job, phenomenal with how difficult that car has been to drive. To be so consistent, driving so well, not making any mistakes, and always getting the maximum out of it, he has been brilliant. On Saturday, one would think, okay, keep it safe, bring home another P4 or P5 in qualifying. But no, he said, I'm going to put my slicks on. I only care about pole position. That is really awesome, said Rosberg regarding the Russell performance on Saturday and his brave move to put on slicks when the track wasn't completely dry. However, this wasn't a move that was greeted by other drivers on the grid, such as Max Verstappen, who said that the track was wet in most places, such as in Turn 1 and 2, and in the entirety of the second sector. So putting slicks wasn't really in his mind. He also said that he doesn't understand why George did it, as a couple of dry lines on the track aren't enough for a car to drive perfectly well on slicks. This move by Russell just goes to show that although Russell is brilliant in the car, he lacks experience and decision-making, as he could have easily been P3, P4, and fought for P2, just like his teammate Hamilton. Rosberg also praised his teammate Hamilton in the process. Lewis is driving at his best. He has just had an unbelievably unlucky season with all these different things going against him. This was a normal weekend, and he delivered in the usual awesome way. That driver pairing is so strong, incredible. But make no mistake, Lewis hates passionately to ever come second to a teammate, so he will be ultra-motivated and pushing hard internally. The Mercedes car in the race was really decent. I thought it was so awesome how George right after the start made headway, passing one car after another down into the hairpin. I think they are making progress, but there is still some way to go to Ferrari and Red Bull. They can't win at Silverstone. They are still too far away, added Rosberg. He really emphasized the fact that Hamilton hates to come second after a teammate, but that has been the case in 7 rounds out of the total 9 this season. Yet, Hamilton didn't really seem to throw shots at George, but more at the car and the design overall. But what kind of behavior was seen from Hamilton when he was underperforming in the car? For example, at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, Hamilton was overlapped by Verstappen, who was the race leader. Not just that, he wasn't able to pass Gasly at P14, and his teammate Russell finished P4 just behind Verstappen, Perez, and Norris. When the race ended, Wolff jumped on the radio and said, "Sorry for what you had to drive today, Lewis. I know this is unacceptable." Lewis didn't really have a bad response, he just said that the team needs to work from here on. But the fact that Wolff didn't focus on congratulating Russell for making such a great result at P4 with an undrivable car says a lot about the team's priority. Even though the team is trying to force Hamilton so bad to be the #1 choice in Mercedes, it seems like Russell is constantly throwing dirt in their faces. Similar was the case with Rosberg, and at some point in this season, the team might have to accept the fate that Russell is the better choice for them, although he lacks the experience. Look at what Verstappen did with Red Bull. They chose him over Ricciardo as the more experienced driver who could have brought them a championship in those stages hadn't it been for the reliability issues of the Red Bull. What was even more concerning at that race was the way that Russell got congratulated for the win. Although his engineer said some good words, he also said, "I don't know how you did it with that car." Yes, these could be understood as praising words, but the team has probably focused way too much on the bad words from Hamilton about the car, and they haven't thought for a second that the car can perform, it's just the driver in it. Now, Mercedes are looking to fight at Silverstone. As Rosberg said, the win here would be an impossible feature for them, as they would have to pray for Red Bull and Ferrari DNF in order to secure the win. However, Mercedes are bringing a package of upgrades to their car, and now they've finally battled the porpoising problem. Smooth surface tracks should suit them better. This is why the team is expecting some improved performance when it comes to the next race in the UK, and both of their drivers are on their home soil. This would mean that the fan support would be massive, and it could help them in fighting for high podium finishes. As of now, Russell is 15 points behind Leclerc, while Hamilton is sitting at P5 behind Sainz. He is still far away from his championship ambitions, and some F1 experts like Jackie Stewart said that Hamilton should retire from F1 this season and spare himself the embarrassment of his redemption season. The 7-time world champion hasn't been in a situation to fight his teammate for quite some time, and now it seems like Russell is giving him a run for his money. So Silverstone should really show us what Mercedes' condition is. With that being said, it's up to us to wait and see how things will transpire in the team. What do you think is the next step for Mercedes? Should Russell be afraid of Hamilton and his late charge of the season? Or would he be able to out-dominate him and place himself as the #1 choice on the team? Let us know in the comments, as we'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. We'd also like to ask you for a like and subscribe, as with these actions, you'll help our channel grow more and we'll be able to deliver more quality content every day. Until our next video, stay safe and watch our channel for further updates regarding this topic.